If you don't get the overwhelming proportion of the population vaccinated, you will have the continual circulation and replication of the virus in the community. There are enough unvaccinated people that this could go on for a considerable period of time. There will be hospitalizations, there will be deaths, and every death and every hospitalization, particularly every death, is a tragic, avoidable phenomenon.
Dr. Fauci telling it like it is on Fox News. His warnings come and amid waning vaccinations and a startling new model that shows us the potential of the highly contagious Delta variant. According to the projections from researchers working with the CDC, infections will steadily increase throughout the summer and fall and peak in mid-October when daily deaths will be more than triple what they are today. Meanwhile, local leaders and business owners across the country are putting all of the blame on the unvaccinated, including in touristy Provincetown, Massachusetts, where a new mask advisory is now in place after an outbreak of COVID cases among vaccinated residents. Officials there blame the spread on unvaccinated out-of-towners who enjoyed relaxed masking and social distancing rules over the 4th of July weekend. Now let's bring in NBC correspondent Antonia Hilton live in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Antonia, give us a sense of what people are talking about in the community. Are they, what are they saying about the unvaccinated people around them, many from out of town? Have they felt an impact to their progress and the safety of their community?
Absolutely. I've been having conversations like that all day today. There is a lot of confusion and frustration right now. There are 256 confirmed cases here, and of that, 70% of them have been breakthrough cases, so people who were fully vaccinated. And as people sort of process that information here, they are feeling a bit frustrated because officials have explained to the community here that they believe this comes from large numbers of unvaccinated people, non-residents, coming here, partying here, not wearing masks through that holiday weekend. And actually, they just confirmed to our team that all of the samples they tested coming out of that are of the Delta variant. So they know that this infectious variant is here in the community. And, to put the concern here in perspective, Massachusetts is one of the most vaccinated states in this nation, and then the Cape Cod area is the most vaccinated part of Massachusetts. So people here feel like they did their part. They listened to their doctors and scientists. They went out and they got vaccinated, almost everyone in this community. And now, as they've tried to open their businesses and welcome people here with open arms, they are worried that their health is going to be put at risk. Thankfully, these cases have been mild or asymptomatic, but people feel that they need to reassess how businesses are going to manage going forward. Take a listen to this conversation that I had with a man named Ken Horgan. He runs a boutique hotel right down the road from me, and he now has a zero tolerance policy. Everyone who comes on his property has to be vaccinated.
It's absolutely infuriating when we hear the number of cases here in town and you trace it back to people who are not vaccinated, yet put themselves in a crowded situation maskless. I could never do that. My philosophy is if you're not vaccinated, don't come here. Please.
Ken actually told me that several of his employees are some of the breakthrough cases, and in some cases he has sequestered them in his own hotel rooms, which has meant that he's also lost revenue. So for the community here, for business owners who have been wading through this really challenging year to make money and finally host people, they feel like this isn't just about health and safety, it's about the health of their businesses. And they are asking people who want to come to P-Town this summer, please get vaccinated before you get here. Michael?
Antonia Hilton in Provincetown, Massachusetts, thank you very much for your